fate. Sometimes when it rains, hear footsteps leading outside. Impatient, wanting to play, can't wait for it to subside. Stories a UV light could tell you here, I bet. Cause shivers down the spine, best clean them spider webs. Trying to sell this house for a couple of years. As history comes alive, I need to get out of here. Noises in the night keep me from sleeping, shivering from the fright it keeps unleashing. Candlesticks in the night fall over with no reason. Ruins in the woods on occasion, hearing screaming. None of it's ever mentioned. Sales pitch deceiving. Hope the estate's agent could guess what he's reaping.
Woke up in my small bed. Everyone's home, I need to get dressed. It's raining outside, but hopefully it changes. I walk down the hallway with short steps. Pictures on the wall of my family and places. Holiday pics or random destinations. About 9:30, I'm hungry and need food. I wonder who's awake and the shadows lie still like they're sleeping alone and stuck where the sun lies and bored of being home, so I go out the front door, down the gravel path and set my sights for the ruins in the woods I like to climb on. Today's the big day cause I've got my eyes on the tallest one. Got halfway up, slipped and I fell, now everything's dark. Slipped and I fell, now everything's dark. Slipped and I fell, now everything's dark. Slipped and I fell. Slipped and I fell, now everything's dark. I've just woken up in a small bed. Everyone's gone and I'm all dressed. Outside's misty but that never changes. I walk down the hallway with short steps. Pics on the wall but I can't make the faces. I barely see shapes, just see the vast acres. I've lost track of time, the hunger's not an issue. What is this place? The shadows seem to move, they have life on their own and they move without sunlight's not right in this home, so I go out the front door, down the gravel path and set my sights for the ruins in the woods I like to climb on. And today's the big day, I've got my eyes on the tallest one. And I get to the top, slipped and I fell back into the fog. Slipped and I fell back into the fog. Slipped and I fell back into the fog. Slipped and I fell back. Slipped and I fell back into the fog.
Graveyard shift, creating crop circles, monitor crows and the ravens. Curating a place of songs like a verbal, my inner disdain of the ages. Perched on an outpost against my will, refusing the signing of papers. Can't sign in blood, so hey, I will spill, contribute towards my enslavement. Hammer these nails inside of my palms, losing my religion. These valley-shaped Bulgarian stars, ruthless, hardly living. Corn alleyways and narrowing paths, the seedlings freshly risen. I gave a sea while standing on guard, the life that I've been given. Oh, who will I? Sacrifice freedom, protecting my home Said at sunset I can rise. Ravens reporting all of their omens, unkindness views from the sky. Crows will serve me watching, lurking of who should meet their demise. Evicting the soul from their vessels so we're in contempt with wasting their time. Liberate, purging all the unworthy, a gift that they call life. I am the keeper of gates and golden seas where I reside. Don't dare trespass nor causing harm, I punish with pure conviction. I'm made of them, they're made of me, the life that I've been given. Oh, who will I? Young souls all buckled and broken, unaware of the oath they've taken. Chanting words are not to be spoken, committed to the forsaken. Disillusioned with murderous antics, choosing dark safe havens. Trapped in limbo, gambling with death with a life that they have wasted. Oh, who will I? Crickets, charming opinions, convince their position shines on dominions. Critics won't listen to lies of the victims in question, pretending that they know the business and fearing practice. Like it's good enough, not putting in the graft and then condescend. No sense hopeless, not diamonds in the rough. Far from the gems that dug from trench tucked right into the earth and crying red rum. Inklings occur and tidings will flood, sink in the earth and rise in death's lust. Can't help conceding with immense trust for the games that it plays for days upon days. Displaced with a flame that came from Pompeii, conveys in shame the ways upon brains in such bad taste and leaves them insane. Crickets fill the void with emptiness, rejection soundtrack the poor sentiments. Crickets come together each day, composing the cry of a pedigree state. Crickets fill the void with emptiness, rejection soundtrack the poor sentiments. Crickets come together each day, composing the cry of a pedigree state. All I hear is crickets creaking in the distance, leg violins with strings ever glistening. Play the soundtrack and bring my existence into landscapes that sing my ridiculous mantras of pamphlets painted, indoctrinations of phantoms, rapes, and every translucent being parading in advanced stages of past tense raiders of the lost ark that is holding the answer of what it can start and moulding a harbour. More techniques too for sharpening the architecture lecture provided by fathers of the skilled trees that grow and extinct. All meeting the brink where Davy Jones lays, completing his think tank lockers and praising privatisation of where his song plays. Crickets fill the void with emptiness, rejection soundtrack the poor sentiments. Crickets come together each day, composing the cry of a pedigree state. Crickets fill the void with emptiness, rejection soundtrack the poor sentiments. Crickets come together each day, composing the cry of a pedigree state. Things ain't the same since the invasion began. They came from underground, started invading the land with high-tech weapon we've never seen before. We can only do the best that we can against these creatures. Only remnants of features of anything human was lost in the ether. We call them hybrids for lack of proper term, never seen nothing like it. Tubes in their flesh, 6 eyes in their head, grey colour skin, they arrive with the best equipment never seen on our side of the fence. A downside of the mesh that stops them overheating, regenerating hell for the tubes.
But if we can land a shot to expose and bleed them, then we can take advantage and start with the reaping.
Fighting to survive, we thrive and attack from underground. We hide from passing eyes, stay silent, trying not to make a sound. This is what's left of our world, and half the planet wanders aimless. If there's one thing that I've learned, it's that this war never changes.
Found shelter in a freight container by the docks. A seeming safe so far when it helps that the fog gives us extra cover, concealing our location from hybrid patrols that chase us. Rarely are survivors from their attacks, while the ones that do survive they end up bringing back to their bases. Never seen again. Rumours speculate, they turn you into them with twisted machines, conversion chambers, using our bodies to mix the DNA. We've taken over the planet they think they're reclaiming, for evidence suggests they've been in hibernation for thousands of years. Recently awakened and now they're excavating, setting up outposts and guards in rotation. We're slowly killing off our human population.
Fighting to survive, we thrive and attack from underground. We hide from passing eyes, stay silent, trying not to make a sound. This is what's left of our world, and half the planet wanders aimless. If there's one thing that I've learned, it's that this war never changes.
Fight to stay alive, society lives underground. Hide to live, but live to hide, it feels like pointless now. Fight to stay alive, society lives underground. Hide to live, but live to hide, it feels like pointless
We live underground, the surface is crawling with hybrids. Our numbers have fallen to a few dozen. Just takes one break to let them all in. Take turns guarding, watching the entrance, using a weapon with long range lenses. Took out some stragglers earlier, but we need to upgrade our defences. Doing our best to save who we can save. If someone's being chased, we have to turn them away. Otherwise they'll find us, can't even risk the smallest mistake. It could be hard and it could be grim. We look to the hearts and keep us in sync and happy. Well, to some degree, a state of survival we underachieve.
Wear a tear on the hands and scars weathered and tanned. Desperate heads in the sand with hearts left in the stands. Wear a tear on the hands and scars weathered and tanned. Desperate heads in the sand with hearts left in the stands.
Second day guard in the entrance, whiskey for numbing the guilt. Until got too much and I let in. Some kid still holding his quilt. My judgment slipped for a second, and that is all it took. I think it was close to 7 when they attacked us, came from the woods.
Explosions are shrieking, rocking us, leaving us all with terror trapped in the retreats. And the footsteps of running decreased. The bodies kept on dropping until it was just me and the kid. With 1 round left, I did what I did so he wouldn't get taken. If you're reading this, I guess it's too late then.
Wear a tear on the hands and scars weathered and tanned. Desperate heads in the sand with hearts left in the stands. Wear a tear on the hands and scars weathered and tanned. Desperate heads in the sand with hearts left in the stands.
Flames from on the piers, running across gardens of every single neighbour that we are driving past. And Caturday Mon is here, flying alongside them. In this golden hour, but now it's a tire with Puppymon, chucking cherry bombs from the trees. We are mega digivolving to make it up the league, enhancing our chances to grant us indigo plateaus, setting levels reaching, coughing and wheezing lungs up till the sun's up. Eternal combustion blades kicking the thunder, and power plants, how they've been among us, electing a buzzing supplier to fund us, letting rip Beyblades, Metabots assemble, recess and action, never need a Red Bull. Lloyd's facing out, Princess Peach is in peril, Grimm's minty fresh to death, no menthol.
Take me back now.
Oh, leave me home.
I
would you please leave me home? I've been breaking bones, purging anything that would dare to take your throne. My faith is my shield and belief is my hope. Eyes are sanguineous, please pave the way. I need to see a future to take away the shame. My left hand's causing pain but I won't sever. Walk in any room, in every eye there's terror. Cause imagination is a personal escapism. The world's a dark place but my brain isn't. Where I'm a good guy and I can make villains. Hey Krillin, point me back to Goku so he can guide me through the clouds back home. I wonder when I wander and I'm feeling mad low. How can I be lost but I feel so comfortable? It's so new but it's all been done before. Just wanna get lost in my own worlds and say fuck you all.
Past the busker tuning his guitar. Walk past the drinker, kicked out the bar. Train station characters are the makings of Christmas cards. The train's about to leave. Through the open doors I find an empty seat, avoiding anyone that could talk to me. Content sitting alone, just people watching. The train's left the station. 3 rows in front, I suspect a hen party. From the pink sash and the half-cut laughing. Non-discreet drinking from mixing in the bathroom. Bits of Pepsi bottles wishing they'd pass it. 2 rows behind me, nervous exam students. Last minute revision, the looks of confusion. One without awareness in the institution of life. Inspecting receipts of permits to travel in the right direction of rails instead of gravel. And I'm finally here, walking out the tube doors and I will disappear into crowds of suits or whatever uniforms required in this norm. Pass a homeless person with some change in his cup. He thanks me, hands looking too cold to touch. Frostbitten, gloves weathered, I'm freezing. Shops glisten with bargains for the steal of the century. The narrative they're peddling like every 12 months. As I'm entering this abandoned storefront for some shelter tonight. Down a small run for some warmth inside. So hear me, don't judge with your scornful eyes. I need as much as you do from work sometimes. Trains wolf whistling, entering the station. The rain pours lingering, spitting at the patrons of doorways. Of shops past closing as always. I've gone past hoping for your change promised. I'm soaking to the rag and bone. I'm human if you notice. You're too busy tapping and swiping to see me amused with the mansions and Oscars on TV. Another day passes like a stranger. Strangers pass like another day. Another day passes like a stranger. Strangers pass like another day. Another day passes like a stranger. Strangers pass like another day. Another day passes like a stranger. Strangers pass like another day.
Check out my melody. Blazing a herbal remedy. Bouncing around like Zebedee. Nothing is gonna get me. Nah, you get me, G? Yo. Purple banana, got the J blazing. Walking home, I see a fox at the train station. The gate is coming down, I gotta change the rate I'm pacing. Like it or not, my heart is racing. In my head, I'm spacing. Got past though, no worries, had to sidestep. Sometimes we have to hurry, context and mindset. You can figure time as currency, cash them light checks. But I'll be finding it funny, it's just a mic check. Yo, I don't sell crack. I don't sell smack, I don't approve of the poppies. I just want them green trees, not talking about broccoli. They don't wanna see me blaze, I like to see them try and stop me. I'm sick of them talking as if they was tastemakers. I'm finding it boring, yes I am a straight hater. I'm not on board with them like I was a fake skater. I'm just warning them, they can meet their fates later.
Working like clockwork,
Passing the rat race.
working like clockwork.
Passing the rat race.
Working, we're just working. It's not working like clockwork.
Passing the rat race.
Working like clockwork.
Passing the rat race.
Working, but it's not working. Thank fucking my car, I'm about to drive to work, but my neighbour's car ain't start, so I say it's with a smudge. You want a jump start? Want an excuse to stay at home? Or you can chill with me and my cats if you fancy it though. She ponders for a second, blushing face down to avoid the eyes connecting, and then she's like, now, why not? So I had to call in sick, it's a rarity I do, but I'm just thinking with my dick. And then she said, wait, are you the man with the cats? I'd love to come to yours, but only if you're okay with that. And I'm like, cool. Miss Scully and Sabrina, while she is loving them, I'm loving that she's eager. We headed to the bedroom within the second hour, cigarettes after sex, and then I joined her in the shower. Wouldn't this be funny if it actually happened, instead of my imagination going on a tangent? Working like clockwork, working like clockwork, working, we're just working, but it's not working like clockwork, working like clockwork, working, but it's not working, thank fuck it's
Time flashed quick like a pitch invader, now it's Monday. This boring routine so mundane, it's got me thinking of going unpaid. Like, hey, you know what would be a fun way for me to quit work? Run up to the boss at the end of the lunch break and call him a fuckface, then run away. They say ignorance is bliss, but I ain't done, mate. I refuse to just trape along and accept it like some slave. That's a rough way to fall down the rabbit hole we call life. I can't fake it anymore, such a waste of an existence. Not talking PlayStation when I run game, fuck that, I'm showing resistance. Relentless with persistence, a monster with the energy, I'm getting consistent. Fuck a rock star, don't care for an MEG, not getting A-listed. Still in my prime, don't need a remedy, just need to go the distance.
working like clockwork, working, we're just working, but it's not working like clockwork, working like clockwork, working, but it's not working, thank fuck it's Friday. Hey yo, it's been a pleasure performing my thoughts to you lot whenever I mention an inkling or even a measure. Fully expressing a sorrow's endeavour to make itself known. Walking, pacing, anxiety has found a new haven to recruit members and consume endless pain remedies all at the new station. Acres of trees in a distance shaping, complete with a wish list aprons. Our feeble by witness matrons, equipped and convicting mercy for Marys who don't get support. It's perverse and it's scary that most would just talk all about funding. Where's that voice when contracts were bartered with the wrong sort? And
You come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
Been a pleasure to know y'all.
You've come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
Been a pleasure to know y'all.
This time I'm not messing up my weapons. Been more than a pleasure, it's been a fucking blessing. Never get lessened by the comments, what you reckon? Did I wreck it? Yeah, I'm betting. Nonetheless, I've been stressing, but I guess with the stress I've been learning them lessons. So it's cool. When you listen, I listen to the feedback. I'm not a fool, I'm off the rails, but it's not because of these raps. I'm finding it ironic, your input helps me amplify my sound. Never makes it all, cause I wanna get told if I'm acting like a clown. Only on the beat, cause Roskrow gave me advice, I had to try this out. No longer have to be rhyming foul when I write it down. Sometimes I'm vibing now, this shit's a blessing.
You've come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
Been a pleasure to know y'all.
You've come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
Been a pleasure to know y'all.
closing the curtain when we have to leave, returning to life of the ordinary.
But there's nothing normal about us, about to sprout up like a jack in the box getting wound up.
We get up on stage after practicing, preaching for hours on end to perform for an evening. Continue our sermons to those that will listen to empty, vacant believers.
Chasing demons, wanna know the reason we all put the work in, undefeated. If you are feeling uncertain, beating or hurting, know that I hope they help with easing the
Passing the
burden.
baton to the next of kin for controlling the manner with how they begin.
Now we're monologuing like the song ain't stopping, but we gotta drop it, gone but not forgotten.
You've come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
Been a pleasure to know y'all.
You've come to see me, but the pleasure's mine.
y'all.